Hey, this is James with OGVapers. We're back with Tom. It's been a couple days since our last video, so we kind of wanted to catch up. We're going to do a build for you today, show you guys how to save a little money when you're building and, you know, just build safe and build it right. We're going to run through some of the equipment we're going to use for today's build. We have our ohm meter, so you can make sure you check your ohms and you're not doing anything stupid. We have a still air clone with a Tobe still air hybrid top cap. You get the best performance from those. We have a generic button top battery, which we did some ballpark tests on. We think it's right about 90 amps. So pretty safe there. This old tampon that we're gonna reuse for wicking, and we use our old coils because we're real broke, and we just like make new coils with them. So this one's actually a parallel, so we'll be able to make probably 2 or 3 coils out of that. This one we already unwound to show you guys. You get a little more space on the coil. So we're going to get to work and we'll give you guys an idea of how good of builds you can make with using some real quality equipment.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start wrapping our coils. We're going to utilize the blue handled screwdriver that comes with most RDAs now. I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping around the handle here. Got this piece of 26 gauge Canthal. It's from an old coil we unwound. Show you guys.
I got another coil ready for you too. Almost done unwinding this parallel.
Alright.
I mean, you know, we're all here for the same reason. We want to stop smoking and save money and get bitches. So we're just unwinding coils now. It's best to do this with 2 people because you can get coils built about 3 times faster that way. So I unwind them while he wraps new coils, and we're always together. We use the same vape. So every couple months we throw our money together to get a new vape, and we just share it. So we build coils together, we wrap them together.
So the most important part with wrapping your coils here, just keep it really neat and tidy with it. You want to keep tight wraps. You're just going to have a lot better end result with that.
Yeah, it always heats up better when they're like this. It's a good macro. It's bigger than most macros, but this is probably going to be, Jesus, probably 0.1 ohms just on its own. So
running duals, that means 0.003.
Yeah. This is twisted wire here. It's really inconvenient to unwrap it, but I mean, you probably got damn near a nickel worth of Canthal here, so it's really worth the extra time to take it off and reuse it. I don't know if Tom's gonna retwist it today or not. We ran a twisted parallel macro dual Clapton coil last week, so we're just gonna try to do something a little bit more intricate this time to get more vapor, because we got a big comp coming up. We've been practicing for a few weeks, so we got to do that. But this looks like a piece of 32 gauge, and this is a piece of 18 gauge. So we're going to try to reuse this the best we can for our next coils for this week. So he's going to start wrapping those now. Probably going to do another macro too to match that one. It's always good to have 2 different size coils too, I think.
Definitely.
They complement each other.
Yeah, you want to run different sizes, usually different wraps. Consistency with that is not that important. So,
I mean, they heat up the same usually too.
Right.
We'll get this all on here though and show you guys. I mean, it's really more important how you wick it too. You know, the coil itself isn't that important.
That'll come into play later on.
How you wick it, how you handle the materials that you wick. Like right now, we're rocking 2 macros, 4 wraps. One's 26, one's 22. It's pretty straightforward, guys. I mean, this is coil building 101. Everyone's built coils like this. So we're gonna go ahead and get on this still air clone and see if we can get a pretty good build going. So, like I said, guys, this is recycled Canthal. I mean, we're gonna do verticals too, just for the sake of the build video, because we want to show you guys like a little more difficult stuff. It's good sometimes too to short out your atomizer if you have enough rayon underneath your coil, because it just makes it extra hot. So if you short it out real good,
if you just want that scorching vape, you know.
Yeah, if you like scorching to like just lava vape, it's good to just short out your atomizer and vape on it for a while. It's always better with 2 people when you're wrapping these coils. I mean, you got to be able to get that in the center post. Here, can you screw that part down?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start tightening these leads up.
And the way this is set up, I mean, you're going to get some serious clouds from this. But it's all about how you wick it too. As you can see, we got a guaranteed dead short right here. We got a guaranteed dead short on both sides of this atomizer, which is good. It'll make it get more hot. As long as you have a good battery, you're not really going to have any issues. So I'm going to trim up these leads, and we're going to neaten it up a little bit, and then we're going to shove the tampon material down in there. It's always good to have these nail clippers. I'll show you guys how to trim these leads up real good. If you just trim them up right here, that'll help it out. Keep everything nice and neat. Neatness really counts when you're building coils like this. So we're just going to kind of neaten this up a little bit. Get a final reading. Once we kind of squeeze these together a little more, we'll probably get a better idea. But right here, it looks like we're probably gonna, I'm guessing 0.02. It's actually 0.42.
That'll change a little bit once we heat her up.
Once we heat her up, it'll probably drop down to 0.03, maybe even 0.02. See, you can just kind of fuck with it and make it hit better too. Like, see, I'm at 0.36. It's bouncing all over. It's good when the ohms go up and down, like when you're not changing anything either, because it'll give you a more like consistent vape. So 0.35 now. See, like I can just 0.18 right there. Just, you see how it popped there? So I just gotta kind of find the sweet spot. We're gonna go ahead and thread this onto an atomizer, oxidize the wire, then oxidize the tampon, and then start vaping.
All right, so I went ahead and threaded the atomizer on the mod here. This has that 90 amp E-Fest in there, the button top. So you want to go ahead and pulse. I can't pulse it while you're doing that. I mean, okay, so let's go ahead and try this out. All right, so we're looking fairly uneven. That's good.
You see how it's real similar to a Clapton coil build?
Yeah. So the battery's keeping pretty cool.
This one's starting to heat up a little bit, which is how I wanted it to be. If you touch it with metal while it's heating up, it helps too.
Yeah, that usually evens it out a little bit.
See how?
So our next step on this will be to go ahead and wick it. So we're not going to lock the lock ring on this mod. We're just going to set it down on the counter. We'll go ahead and grab this tampon material.
This is how I wick it.
For this type of coil, at least.
Do you want to tuck that?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and tuck this in here. So it helps put a little bit of juice on these when you're wicking it up. Helps that material just kind of get down in there, but you don't have to. Your end result here is just going to be to get this thing cranking pretty good. Should hold quite a bit of juice. I'm guessing probably 3/4 of a milliliter or something like that. All right, so your next step is going to be to oxidize this cotton in here.
We like to oxidize the cotton with the Kanthal. It's like double oxidation too.
So what you want to do is just go ahead and give this a few bursts. Just going to burn it up a little bit. You're just getting it good and oxidized for that juice.
It helps the way.
So
sometimes if it does that, just dump water on it.
Yeah, just get a little bit on there. Okay.
So the way we have it oxidized now, it's going to end up vaping pretty nice. We ended up throwing water on it. That kind of like paralyzes the coils together. As you can see, I mean, you can just throw liquid right on that bad boy. I mean, you're vaping just right away. So we're going to go ahead and put the top cap on and fill it up with liquid. It's set up kind of like a hybrid dripper.
You guys want to always remember to run your airflow holes right in front of those coils as well.
Yeah, you get a lot more vapor from it that way too. And
so we're gonna snap that bad boy on there,
and then just fill it up with liquid, just right there. It's probably good.
Yeah. Get about like that.
Yeah, and that's gonna end up vaping pretty good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that's gonna hit here, put a little more in there. It's probably running a little dry. So the way that's gonna hit is gonna be good. There's a little more liquid in there than we probably should have put in, but that's okay.
It'll vape out of there.
It'll vape out of there. So
the clouds you're going to get from this thing, you're going to want it extra juiced.
We're going to cut out, we're going to clean up, we're going to show you how she vapes, and we're going to talk about things a little bit. So that's how you do the 0.03 build. We ended up getting it to 0.03, and that's how it vapes. I mean, you can see the clouds it puts off. It's pretty good. I mean,
it's the other thing with that build is the amount of flavor you get off of it. I mean, you know, we got those air holes wide open, and with the amount of cotton we tucked down in there, and your flavor is just on spot.
I mean, it's a warm vape, and you got to put a lot of liquid in it. I mean, you guys saw we put about 7 mils in it right when we wicked it. But when you use a tampon like that, you have to put a lot of liquid in because it soaks up a lot. You know, this is Tom's 10th build today, so he's getting pretty worn out. But I mean, what do you think of that build? Do you think we'll probably end up sticking with it for a while?
Yeah, we'll probably run that until the comp, and then after that we can kind of reevaluate. I kind of want to play some different wicking materials, maybe some different coils, try to get that ohm down there just a little bit lower.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, you know, they give us a hard time and they make fun of us and they think we don't know what we're talking about. But when you recycle Kanthal, it's already been heated. So when it gets like heat treated like that, it heats up quicker and it gets hotter.
I mean, you're dropping the resistance the more you use it. That's just fact.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna use this Kanthal. So I mean, with the heat treated Kanthal burning through 10 or 20 builds, I mean, there's a lot of chemicals in like tampons and stuff, so you really shouldn't use it like as much as we do. But like, we're pretty hardcore sub ohm vapors. I've been chasing clouds for a while now.
I mean, probably going on 5-6 years building coils. So
yeah.
I mean, longer than pretty much anyone else in the game. So
yeah, no one's vaped as long as us. So that's what it comes down to. And we're not cocky; it's just the truth. I started vaping in 2005.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta figure it's all about the clouds. It's not so much about safety at this point. You're really just going for the big clouds for the comps.
Yeah.